Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to have a little bit of fun with this Porsche Cayenne. Now, I have absolutely loved this vehicle. In fact, I loved it so much that I sold it to my dad. He's been driving it. It's got like 115,000 miles on it. I'm amazed with this car. I didn't think that I would like it as much as I do. But we did notice something recently. When we're driving, it feels like there's a hesitation or a slip in the transmission. Well, I did a little internet searching and come to find out that the differential in these needs to be serviced, flushed, and cleaned. So today we're going to take you through that process. It's actually a lot simpler than you think and something that you really need to do for one of these vehicles. The other great news is that Super Clean is going to give away some free product, but I'll get to that a little later in this video. Now that we have her on the lift, let's get her up in the air so that I can show you exactly what you need to do for this process. Like I said, this is something that you could do at home. You could actually do this without a lift. The differential is actually very accessible. I'll show you exactly where it is, what you need, and how to do it. Of course, the very first part is finding where your diff is, and if you go to the passenger side, and then we look under, that unit right there is the diff. Now that we're under the car, the first thing that we really need to do is take the top one out first. The reason we take the top one out first is, God forbid, we take the bottom out, drain all the fluid, and then we can't get that out because it's stripped or there's an issue. So always start with the top one. That way you're sure that you can at least put fluid back in it. And then we'll do the second one there. Now, when you're filling these, there is the recommended oil that you should use, and it's the Porsche version. Now, according to the internet, you can use many different types, but this is the one that they recommend and has had the best reviews, so I went ahead and bought this. Now, everything that you need for this job will be listed in the description below. I will tell you, I use FCP Euro. They have everything you need. Their prices are great. I use them for all of my BMWs. I use them for the Porsches. I've even bought some stuff for Bentleys from them. But I would recommend go ahead and purchasing the actual Porsche fluid. It's worth the money for the peace of mind and making sure that we do it right the first time. Obviously, when we fill this, you're going to need enough oil so that it comes out just at the top and then you're totally done, which is usually 1 full quart of this. Well, 850 milliliters, whatever that comes to. So, first thing that we need to do is take the top one off and then the bottom one. One of the things I also did was buy 2 new bolts for this. Now, this is what I'd recommend. If you're going to do a flush, you're going to take this one out, refill it, drive it around for about 500 miles, and then you'll do this process one more time. At that time, put the new bolts in. They come pre-sealed with lock thread. That way everything is going to be sealed tight and you don't have any worries. I have done these before and reused the original style nut, bolt, whatever you want to call that, and I've had no leaks. But just in case, it's an extra, I think like $10, $15 for these two. You might as well get them. It just makes your life easier and you know it's done right. So the first thing that I'm going to do is shoot this with some Super Clean just to get it nice and clean. All right, let's give it a quick little spray. Just clean her off a little bit. I will tell you, I love the Super Clean aerosol. Just makes it so much easier to get this stuff clean. All right, so I am using a 5/16 head on this because it fit in there the best. And like I said, always go with the top one first. And that one is out. Now let's see how much oil we're going to get on us. Let's try for none. All right, here's your guess. How much oil is going on the floor? How much oil is going on me? It's going to be interesting. I mean, I'm not bragging, but that was pretty good. So on this is actually my second time doing the diff fluid. The first one was completely black. It was the reason that the car felt like it was shuddering. It almost felt like there was a transmission slip. So we went ahead and did this the first time, completely black, drove it around for 5-10 miles, and it completely solved the issue. So now I'm basically doing the secondary flush just to make sure that everything is going to stay working as good as possible. Let that finish dripping, and we'll get to putting it in. Like I said, I'm going to go with new ones this time just because I'm not going to do this for another couple thousand miles. So I've got the brand new ones with the thread lock on there. I didn't have to do anything. They come pre-ready to go, and I just know that it's not going to have an issue. That one started. You definitely don't want to over tighten these. I believe that it's like 15 foot-pounds of torque. Don't hold me to that. I will put the exact specs up on the screen. But for the most part, tighten them so they're snug. You definitely don't want to mess up anything in there or on those threads. So that is Butamus. Clean that off just a little bit. Now, getting the fluid into this top hole is not difficult, but it is a little bit challenging. I made my own funnel just for this purpose, so that I could put this in there and then pour right through. Now, if you don't do it this way, well, you can do it however you want. You can buy one of the pumps to actually pump the fluid in. I just think that that's a lot of extra work. This worked great for me. So we're going to see how it works this time. Remember, this is the Porsche fluid. I'm sure in Germany, when they probably make these in the US, but I'm sure that this is how Porsche would recommend that you do it. Still got a little left. Just taking my time, because I would like it all to go in there. And when I remove this, you'll see that a little bit will come out, and that's perfect. Now all I have to do is take this one, thread her in. And just like that, you have replaced your differential fluid. I am telling you, this is something that you need to make sure that you do, but it's super easy to do. I love this. And it will keep you from feeling that hesitation if you don't do it like you're supposed to. And if you are feeling it, go ahead and do this. Super easy fix. All right, let's clean all of this up, get her back on the ground, make sure everything's not leaking. So I've mentioned Super Clean a few times, and I absolutely love their products. They've got something for everything. If you get a spill on your driveway, they've got a granule. They've got their traditional Super Clean that's great for everything. They've got wheel and tire cleaner, and my personal favorite, the aerosol. They also have a foaming cleaner. Basically, they've got something for your needs. Now, at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you how you can get some Super Clean product for free, so you definitely want to stay tuned for that. All right, so that's how you do a differential flush on a Porsche Cayenne. I've got to tell you, it's one of the easiest jobs you can do, but it's probably one of the most neglected ones. I think that this should be part of anyone's annual maintenance that you would do to one of these vehicles. If you haven't done one since you've known, go ahead and do one. I recommend doing a flush. You put it in there, drive it around for about 500 miles, and then do one more. That way you're sure to get out all the particles, and then you could do it yearly. But not a bad job, and I really enjoy how easy it is to do on this. Now, I have to mention Super Clean one more time. They have mentioned that they would like to do a giveaway on this channel, and right now, if you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment on what you would use Super Clean for. If you live in the continental 48 states, they might select you to receive some free Super Clean product of your own. If you've used it before, you know how good it is. If you haven't used it before, this would be the perfect time to give it a try. All right, guys, until next time, we'll catch you later.